64 up on the screen. I don't know if we got 64 people yet, but that is okay. Again, we're gonna work on that. We're working on the screen part 2 as well. And so again, we're getting everybody all kind of set up, caught up here, so that way you guys can get a couple of the invites here as well. So that way we can start bringing people in and bring people on live stream with me today. Woo woo. Central Oils lady. Who is that really? And so anyhow, so again, we are live, and so again, we got some of those invites out, and we're just gonna try to get a couple more here that I missed. We'll leave that one. And so anyhow, tonight, guys, is going to be a wonderful chat, and feel free to join in on that chat session. Make sure, guys, I can only accept one at a time to come through the window, and so there's not an overload on my software. So you're invited to come in and actually come on live stream. So through the little window, and so again, there'll be that chat session tonight as well, and there's also today as well. And also, too, guys, make sure no negativity, no rudeness, or no. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Again, it takes up a lot of that camera one is taking up a lot of my time here. It disconnects and then tries to reconnect, and I get a lot of that as well. So again, we're just getting the number of stakes up here, and I think. I don't know. There may be a change of plans with Halloween, guys. So I think we may not be able to get out to the neighborhood like we wanted to. So I think we're going to be in here, and we'll probably go live, and probably just darken the place down under a dim light or whatever like that, like we do for Halloween night, and have a bit of a Halloween night social chat, just like as a trick-or-treat thing. And so again, one person at a time, guys. So again, like I said, there is. So we're gonna actually go live here, Halloween night and Devil's night. So, and then November we're gonna go into is where the Christmas shows will pick up. So. So again, it has a good start off with the Remembrance Day Parade. So again, I've channeled the last year's Remembrance Day Parade. Now it is basically the same every year. So unless you guys want me to live stream that again this year for you, I can. If not, then you can always watch last year's on my YouTube and that kind of thing. Because the Remembrance Day ceremony and parade stays the same every year, so it never changes. Same with the Santa Claus parade. So, but again, Santa Claus parade, guys, we will live stream for you for sure. So again, like I said, that is going to be quite good. And maybe this time, guys, for Santa Claus parade, we will be outside live, so that'll be okay. And also, too, we're just seeing how Mr. Buzzsaw is making out with the sports end of things. and that kind of thing. He does apologize because he couldn't get the live game for you. What was it, yesterday? Because his batteries died out on him and that kind of stuff. So I told him to start taking his charger with him, and just in case he has to charge his batteries up, and that kind of thing. So I always have something where I can always charge my battery up. So if I'm outside and that kind of thing, I can live stream with no problem. And so again, that's so again, we were just getting everything all, trying to get everything all up to date here. Again, we're just waiting on a couple followers, as again on the other camera. Oh, guy from Celtic Thunder, and too bad we couldn't bring him on as a guest speaker. Now they're very might be a little more harder to communicate, guys, because they're from Ireland. So again, like I said, they've already been through Ontario on that, so I think they moved on down through the States now, if I'm not mistaken, now to their next gig or whatever. So again, we're just getting this all. So again, we just get those out, and ooh. Oh, can't resent that one. Means can't take that one back. Darn. Once you invite, you can't take it back. That is hard. I forgot Robert didn't want any invites, so that's okay. I made a mistake on that one. So we're moving right along, and so again, going down the list, and that. So Ryan Nichols, I've seen him on a couple times. If I had been on earlier, guys, we could have got him up in the window. Again, one of our Ghostbuster guys on here, and there was some type of ticket draw or whatever they were doing for Keystone Ghostbusters. So definitely, and Tried connecting with John Trotter too. He was a really hard one to connect with as well. For some reason, we were not picking him up. So maybe he just doesn't have live stream in that, but and that. Maybe we might actually connect with some of these actors too. That'd be really cool if we get a nice window conversation going with these actors and that kind of stuff as well. That'd be really cool on here. But again, they're very hard because they live a busy lifestyle and they're always out making movies, directing movies. So again, like I said, they're very, 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 very hard guys to bring on live. They're very what you call shortage of time and that kind of stuff to poke their head in to say hello. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they just get too busy, and because they live a busy, very, very busy lifestyle. That they've always got some type of a movie that they're contracted to act in or whatever. That they may have to be at a film edition or a movie, or what you call it, or one of those movie editions and that kind of stuff, to audition new actors or to actually hire a movie cast so that they can get their next movie out and on the go. And that. So who do we have here? We have Gord Donaldson. Hello. We have Martin James Elliott. We have Marissa D. Jong. And we have Chad. We have Samantha. And I think we got Brianna. I can't pronounce that name, but that is okay. So anyhow, we're live here on Halloween Jokers on Duty. Tonight, guys, it's going to be a really, really cool chat session, too, as well. We are actually open now for chat sessions, too. And that, anybody wants to press the green button and come through and chat, that is up to you guys. But again, make sure no negativity, no no rude comments, please. I live in a town full of rude people. Wyerton's bad enough for that already. In Canada here, so I said that is... we don't need to up our population at this end. So again, like I said, it's so again our chat sessions are open. Again tonight, guys, we are going to have we're gonna have kind of a bit of a chat session tonight, Halloween chat session tonight as well, and probably Halloween night too as well. I think our Halloween night chant. Again, I was gonna go out and help some friends hand out candy, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that now, and that kind of stuff as well. So again, I guess our show is gonna change course. So again, we were gonna take you for a walk out around the neighborhood and that kind of things, to check out the lights, that kind of stuff. So I don't know if I was going to be up at that end of town, then it would have worked out pretty good. But I don't think I'm going to be up at that end of town, unless we go live at Tim Hortons. But usually I try to avoid from going live at Tim Hortons. It is as much as it's fun to, especially knowing Buzzsaw, he'd probably just do it anyways. So it's just a spite with it being Halloween night, or live at the dance too, so that'd be good. So again, Buzzsaw is going to look after, but again, also to that night, Halloween night, guys, we're going to be in here and kind of have. Where you going? Okay, and so again, we'll have our Halloween night chat sessions too up in the little window, and. So that way so that way you're gonna have the little window open, so we can kind of bring people on live and that kind of thing. No matter where they may be coming on live from at their Halloween parties, so that way, so technically, automatically they're going to be in their Halloween costumes. If they're at a Halloween party, or they're on their internet live or whatever at a Halloween party or whatever. we may get, because he is on my list, we may get Jason for Friday the 13th to kind of poke his little hockey face mask in here for a bit on live, if we can actually connect with him. Again, some of these guys, it's hard to catch them when they're on live stream and that kind of thing too, right? To add them to the camera. So, so again, like I said, that'd be cool. Same with AK Robert England there, and that kind of stuff. The guy behind Freddy Krueger, like that'd be those kind of guys are kind of cool. That I love to bring on, invite to into the live window there and that kind of thing, to have a kind of a chat interview session with the guys and that kind of thing. That'd be really, really cool, especially with it being Halloween time. So that way, that way gives you guys a little bit of a scare on Halloween night or Devil's Night even. Maybe we'll have we might actually have a Devil's Night show where we have a Devil's online, what you call on Facebook Live Devil's Night chat show. Again, guys, it is going to be Devil's Night. But if you guys do come on camera, please show respect, even though it is going to be Devil's Night. Again, rude comments of any kind. No negativity, especially because with Halloween and Devil's Night, it is those nights can totally be bad for that. So again, like I said, we're going to be live for that as well, and hopefully we can connect with. Hopefully Buzzsaw is going to be on that night as well. So again, we could bring a few people on live as well for that as well that night, and guys, I actually sat back last night and I finally got through Ghostbusters 1, and I watched Ghostbusters Part 1 last night and fell asleep, and then got up this morning to no Hydro. So I had to wait a while till the Hydro come back on. And then finally watched Ghostbusters 2. So then I'm just on the third Ghostbuster movie now, with all the girls in it. So again, that is so that way I'll probably watch that one later on, and then I'm going to finish up watching third season of Sleepy Hollow, and then go into watching the fourth season of Sleepy Hollow. So again tonight, guys, we will be live tonight as well. We're going to have it is going to be like the other night session where we're going to be where it's going to be a live session, and so again, it's going to be a live chat session on here too for those that want to come in and chat and that kind of thing. You're most welcome to. Like I said, you don't have to. Not everybody's comfortable on chatting on live stream and that kind of thing as well. So that is understandable and that kind of thing. But there is few people that do I do know that comes on, and also too, guys. Whenever Mr. Cambridge pokes his head in the window, we're gonna bring him live, if we can. He's from where I grew up, down in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, and he's a Special Olympics coach. And he's gonna probably talk to us about the new sport that his area has started up for Special Olympics, which is called badminton, which is like tennis. So again, I trust these kids with a badminton racket. I wouldn't trust them with a rifle. No, just kidding. So again, that's what I said. That's so again, like I said, that is too funny. That was just a joke. But again, it is it is a badminton sport at their end that they have. Yeah, I did see that on Netflix. I've started watching the series of that too, and I'm not sure how many new series they've added to it now. I only got halfway through probably the first 3 series of it. Never got back to it, but it is a pretty good show. So Ron's going to explain a little bit probably when he comes on live about the badminton sport that they have for Special Olympics, which is like tennis with the use of badminton balls, squash balls. A little bit like mixture between squash, badminton, and tennis. So that the Special Olympics is doing now. So, oh, okay. Yeah, I've only seen the first one, first season so far. I got to see the second one. And that so again, like I said, so he's gonna talk. He if we can get him in the come on the window, come on live. Next time he's on live, he may actually, if he's got some time, he'll probably explain about badminton and how they've started in his territory, how they started it to enrolled it in with the Special Olympics and that kind of thing as a Special Olympics sport, because a lot of it they've had bowling, swimming for years. They've had soccer, floor hockey. Badminton looks like it's going to be, well, badminton and tennis has been around for years, but for Special Olympics, this is the first time in history that the Special Olympics has actually ever formed a badminton team or tennis league. So again, so a lot of areas are now picking up on that. So. And that kind of thing, and I think they're also talking about eventually over time starting into curling. So again, there is where you pick up the rocks and you broom brush the rocks down the ice, and so again, they're doing a lot of upgrading and that kind of stuff to their sports and that too, and that so that's quite good, and. I'm just waiting for Special Olympics to start doing karate, then I'm definitely staying out of the way. That day comes. I think I'll be taking a seat in the back row. To see that one. That's a joke, by the way, guys. So again, I tell you, it's that generation too. So, so that they're trying to keep up with the original Olympics package itself, but with the little sports end of it, like hockey and that kind of stuff as well. Also, too, I know Peterborough area where I grew up, they have just started an ice hockey league as well. For Special Olympics, and the jerseys actually do say Special Olympics, but the Special Olympics team actually carries the name of the Peterborough Petes, even though it's not the OHL league, it is a Special Olympics league. But it is for Special Olympics community living. But it is the Peterborough Petes OHL league down in Peterborough has authorized Special Olympics to use their name and that kind of thing, and they pay for the supplement of the league, so the equipment for the kids and that kind of stuff as well. So that way, technically, Special Olympics has their own what you call minor Peterborough Petes League. So that is another thing that is quite cool as well. So again, those are some of the things I've been since I moved out here, after I got married and moved out here. So see all the things that changes when my back is turned when I move out of that town, that city. I tell you, stuff they wouldn't authorize when I was a kid, now they're authorizing. So, like all these changes and that to the sports industry alone, that is quite of a handful there, and quite funny. But so again, the next time that Ron is, again, I grew up down there, so I know him quite well. Next time Ron is on live, and it says bring him on camera. I'm gonna try to bring him on camera, and so he can talk to you guys. We can have a little chat session in the window, and he can talk about the badminton league that they've got going down there, and everything else like that. And also too, he'll talk about probably summer camp programs that I used to belong to when I was growing up down there. before I got married and that kind of thing. Before I got too old for it and I came out this way, he'll probably may talk about that a bit. How they have their summer camp programs for their how their their summer Canuck camp programs work, which is he works for an agency called Canuck and Arkin Industries. It is a long tongue twisting and it's a very hard name to pronounce. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So again, he'll with his family services end of it, how his subsidized camps work and that kind of stuff as well, for these adults and that kind of stuff, and their sessions and how they work and that kind of thing as well. He won't go to too much detail with financial end of it, but he'll probably just go on. He'll probably tell you about some of the good things they do and that kind of thing, sports, and explain how they're connected to United Way and how it is his agency, Canuck and Arkin Industry, provides these for down there, these community camps for these adults and that kind of thing, so that way they can get out and get the fresh air, play sports, and they take them swimming and that kind of stuff, canoeing. They teach them canoeing, they teach them swimming, kayaking, and that kind of stuff, which is kind of cool. Okay, my spelling's not too good. It is. I can again. My spelling can be totally bad. That's why I try to avoid doing a lot of typing. But yeah. So again, like I said. So again, I am working on my spelling at that end of it. So again, like I said, that's so basically that'd be kind of cool if we can get him on here. So that way, guys, again, there'll be the little window chat session. I hope, like he's funny too. He likes to joke around and clown around. I do hope it is not Halloween when we get him on here. I'll tell you. And that kind of thing, so kind of too, and I also grew up with his kids too. So again, I know them quite well. His oldest one was living in Ireland, but now she's in the Netherlands. She's I guess she's in with a TV radio station out there, and kind of work she does and that kind of stuff as well, and so that is quite cool as well. And again, so we're going to and that kind of thing. So again, our invite window sessions are open, and for anybody that wants to be invited in. We're still waiting on Buzzsuck because he was supposed to get back to me and tell me how the game went, even though he couldn't live stream it for you because he had no batteries left on his phone. He had to charge his phone up. But I don't know. Funny thing is, he comes on at 7 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's up out of bed yet. I mean that is too early to go live. Facebook live at 7 in the morning. And he wonders why he's got no followers. Because he's right at 7 in the morning. He's on. I've always encouraged him. I said, wait till about 10:30, 11 o'clock before you start going on. I said, because that's when you get most of the followers, and that kind of stuff too. I said, because nobody really gets out of bed at that time, and if it's during the week, also if it's a weekday, most people are off to work, so you probably won't see the followers until in the evening time or like mid-afternoon, like after 3:30 around supper time, or before. Or up till maybe up to 11 o'clock at night, at least, at the latest. So I mean, it is and that kind of thing. And hey, David, how you doing? And so again, there's a lot of cool speakers we're gonna try to bring in live, and that the ones that I know that I was that I'm connected to. There was one guy we almost tried connecting with, but we can't for some. I guess he does not have live video stream, and he is with the again where I grew up. He was with the Kiwanis, so he would have been a good guy to bring on also to as a speaker in the live window. On Facebook Live, and he would he'd share a little bit about the Action Club movement, junior movement of the Action Club Kiwanis, which it being which is a junior group that I used to help start up way before I got married. I helped start up the Peterborough, Ontario one. Basically what they do and how they're affiliated with Kiwanis International. So it's almost like Rotary having friends of Rotary, but again, it is Action Club Kiwanis is a lot cheaper because they're what they are is they're like a small junior service club to Kiwanis International, and for people, adults with disabilities, and that kind of stuff, so they can belong to their own service clubs, and they do like community involvement, like volunteer projects, and do different things, help with different fundraisers, help out in their community, and do volunteer work in their community and that kind of stuff. Also, it helps them get recognized in the community, in their different communities as well. Even if it is just holding like a small a job placement for like maybe 2 days a week, for like 2 hours or something like that, or less hours than that, or like that kind of stuff, and which connects with the different group, like the different what they call employment agencies that you can go through, and learning centers, and that kind of stuff too. And then there's also, they do have the volunteer projects, and stuff like everything from this, volunteering to take part in the Santa Claus parade, going to the big Casa Loma in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, putting on different conferences and that kind of stuff as well. All the places that have them, and it is really cool because it was really, really cool. And so again they do dances, they do they do everything. It's not a self-advocate group. Everybody thinks it's a self-advocate group. No, the actual self-advocates itself is goes and connects with service clubs like Kiwanis International, and they start up a total different group. So Kiwanis Action Club is actually through the Kiwanis International. So again, it is not a self-advocate group. It's more of a community-based service type group. So basically, where somebody that may have a physical disability may have a hard time joining an actual being accepted to join the actual service clubs, well, this kind of service club is for them. So again, it is like they only get like they only have like what like a $2 membership charge for a year. That's cheaper than $200. So these guys only have to pay $2. So again, to belong to it. So that's funny because they only have to they don't have to pay. Some groups they have like a weekly fee of $2 of dues, and that they go every meeting. But then there's ones like the Peterborough group that it's only $2 for the whole year. So again, then they don't have to pay their $2 until the next year. So their $2 go a long way, which is way cheaper. But all depends on the area too. So and that kind of thing. And then they have the sponsorship associate ones, where they actually have the associate memberships for those that want, like family members and that kind of thing, or group home support staff, or that kind of stuff. People that support people that are special need and that kind of thing, that want to join the group and that. And it's cool because they have like a little. They do a lot of community projects and that kind of thing. Now I know the Peterborough one, they do teddy bears, and that kind of thing to the fire stations, police stations, paramedics, and that kind of thing. Hand them out to families that have lost their homes in fires or burn victims and that kind of stuff as well. That's what that area does where I grew up. I'm now living in Wyerton, Ontario, Canada, so I kind of moved out of that area. So again, that's basically how they do things. So Greg would have been a good one to come on and speak. We just had a hard time connecting with him. So I wasn't sure if he had live stream or not, so that way that the cameras could pick up. But yeah, so he's another one that kind of would probably explain today how it's going, and how what they're all doing nowadays and that kind of thing, and how it's still a big success and all that, and everything, and how it's still going. So again, there's the different friends of mine like that I bring on, and that will have kind of little chat sessions going in the window, and so again, that's. And that. Also to another one, guys. Again, he's also in Peterborough, where I grew up. Now, this will have to do with Self-Advocate. If I can get Peter Baskin on his live stream and get him to come in the window, he'll come on and he'll explain a little bit about how People's First is, what People's First is, and what it's about, and which is an actual people that have disabilities self-advocating for them, and which is an actual self-advocate government group. And what they do and that kind of stuff. And again, they do dances and that kind of stuff as well. So he's another good speaker. Again, we'll probably bring him live whenever the next time he's available. And whenever I haven't seen him on live stream for a while. So again, there's another friend of mine who we're going to bring on if we can. Again, he's down where I grew up, and I've known him for years. And so again, those are some of those good speakers we're thinking of getting. Probably if we don't get them over Halloween, we are going to get them probably around the Christmas time, when they're a little bit more freer and that kind of thing, and when they're not a little less busy. So again, like I said, there's going to be a lot of cool. On here, there's going to be a lot of cool window chats coming up, so that we're scheduling, and to bring them on camera and that kind of thing. Today would be a good day, but I don't know if Peter Baskin is even on today. So again, sometimes he does come on. He hasn't been on live stream for a while. I remember there was one time there I was following him on his live stream, and I thought it looked kind of good. I know he was nervous at first, but and that, so and also too, there's Ricky Paulman, which is a good friend of mine, a high school friend of mine. Steph Paul, she's another good one. She's very good at public speaking. So again, if she has live Facebook stream, we also could bring her up on here, and she'll probably be talking about something. She never, when we were kids, she never shut up. She was always talking about something. She always loves to chat. It was like sitting at an old lady tea party. So again, these are some good speakers, and that kind of stuff too. And then there's also people I know here that live here in Wyerton that are good speakers too. I don't know if they have live Facebook stream or not, Um, there's Wyerton District Rotary. Again, there's a couple. I guess there's. I don't know if Michael Mason has live Facebook stream or not to connect with him on live. I don't even think he's disappeared off my list again. So again, he does the Wyerton Rotary Village Fair here, and he's another good speaker that could come on live in the window and talk about Rotary International and what they do, and so that way they get what they're about, and how the Rotary volunteer projects like Maple Magic and Rotary International, Rotary Village Civic Holiday Weekend Fair. Well, all the money they take in, where it goes back into the community and that kind of stuff as well. So again, just connecting with those ones to see if they got live stream, and then that way we can bring them on. So again, that we have a little bit of a chat sessions there as well. So there's a lot of cool things that we could bring. That'll be kind of cool to bring this up. Somebody suggested that I bring now this is if anybody feels comfortable. I know a lot of people have their doubts about religion. Now I don't get into religion much. But I do know the Salvation Army here quite well, and some people had asked me if I would bring Captain Mary Miller on here from the Wyerton Salvation Army, and have a little chat session in the window, so that way she can explain and talk about what Salvation Army and how they support people and that kind of thing, and what their ministry is all about, and that kind of thing, and the Christmas carols. So probably about, I think, close to Christmas time, either her or her sister Tess would be probably good speakers to come up in the little window when it gets closer to when they get close, because pretty soon, guys, they're going to be starting on the Christmas kettles. So again, that'd be the best time to bring them on, and so that way they can have, that way they know that we're public, so that way the word's getting out, and so that way they can kind of chat a little bit about what the Salvation Army does, and how they support people in need around Christmas time, and families in need and that kind of stuff, family services, and what Table Manna is all about, and the community food banks and that kind of stuff that they raise money for, and also to the wonderful Trade Start program Wyerton has for Youth at Risks program. So again, apprenticeship program, so to help kids that are in high school or whatever, between the ages of between the ages of 16 to 20, so that way to help them, get them carpentry skills, electrician skills, plumbing skills, skills they'll need in the everyday community, or if they go for college apprenticeship when they're ready to go to college or whatever, to help them kind of get ahead in life, and to take it, to go into a trade and that kind of stuff, in different. And now I've heard, now the last couple of years, I don't know if they were able to start it or not. I took the first, they made a special exception, but I was a little too old for it. But because they couldn't, at that time, they couldn't get the teenagers interested to take it. So the first launch of it was people about my age in their 30s. So again, to get it started off, and then after that, then it strictly went to the Union Gas Company, took it over, and then sponsored it, and it strictly became 16 to 20. So again, and then also too, but then I heard that it was a funny thing that they wanted to start a transport truck driving school. I said that is going to be with 16-year-old kids, teaching them running transport transport rig trucks out of the Salvation Army. Now that's I gotta see. This I definitely gotta see, especially with a small town like this. Especially when they're learning how to drive for the first time. Especially trying to teach them how to drive a transport truck, rig and truck. So I mean, this is what I guess they were working on, was one of the courses they wanted, like they wanted to help them, a full driver's ed package. They wanted to start it up with everything from their G1 to the graduate license to their ADZ license to drive a truck, a bus, whatever. I mean, that'll be the day when I see a big bunch of transport rigs pulling out of the Salvation Army. We're just fortunate enough to see one once a month pull in for the food bank, and that's it. But on an everyday, weekly schedule, kids learning how to drive them for the first time, that is scary. That is going to be a scary thought there. But maybe they'll probably hook up with an actual truck yard for that kind of training, and then just do, I guess, the class theory work out of the Salvation Army. But those are some of the ideas that they had, that they were wanting to start for some of their trades and that, to help get these teenagers that are at risk and that kind of thing. I guess that's the way they put it. I don't know what they're at risk of. That we're not allowed to really discuss, because they could come from various different backgrounds, or could be could be having a rough childhood too. So again. But at least these course, Trade Start course is providing some type of skill training, resume building, portfolio building for them, to help them in the future to kind of get the training skills, so that way, roofing skills, whatever, so that way if they want to go to college, achieve something, and get apprenticeship, become a carpenter or whatever, welder, it's opening doors of opportunities for them, and that kind of thing, getting their feet on the go. And so that is going to be this going to be one cool session here. Also too, there is again, there's some other there is also too, if I can connect to, if we can go live as well. Now I've heard them play; they're really, really cool too. If we can go, if they're on internet or whatever, and they're all, or if they even have live stream, we're gonna try to connect with the McLaren's pipe band sometime too, and see if they'll come on live, and in the little window, and the drummer, Sergeant Major, will probably talk about on about the recruitment, how the recruitment works for the pipes and drums, and what doors it could open for you, and that kind of thing as well, and that kind of stuff, and what the Highland pipes and drums is all about. For those that are interested in learning about how you get involved in those kind of things, or joining those kind of groups, those that may take any interest in wanting to learn how to play the bagpipes and drums, so join an actual pipe band. So I mean, so again, on how their recruitment works and everything else like that, and that kind of thing, what paperwork they have to go through, what kind of outlines a little bit. On how they do the recruitment, and that kind of stuff as well. So again, those are really those are going to be pretty cool. What we on how they're going to. Hey Sarah, how you doing? I am going to work on probably some flashcards, or some paper cards or whatever with spelling on it and that kind of stuff. so that I help you understand what I'm talking about a bit here. I do apologize. I never ever learned how to do sign language. I was never taught. Um, but over time, I am going to look for a good teacher for that one. So that way that way when the window sessions ever open in that way, then I can learn how to actually communicate. Um, so again, but yeah, so I'm in Wyerton, Ontario, Canada, and that kind of stuff as well. And so again, there's we got a couple of good lineups of some guest speakers, and that kind of thing. That I think that would be good guest speakers on here, and just connecting with them, just seeing if the guys from the McLaren's Pipe Band have live stream. I don't know if they have live stream or not. If not, I don't even have them. I don't think I even have them on my Facebook to connect with them. So again, I don't think I've had any of them really. That is, or even if it is just somebody that plays for them, is actually would be a good speaker on their behalf. Alone on that one. So again, there's. So again, we're working on getting those some of those guest speakers and that kind of stuff as well, and so again, we're going to work on some of these different guest speakers and that kind of thing, especially with Halloween time, guys. We don't know what kind of speaker if we get some cool speakers for Halloween night. And that so again that way it is that way that'd be kind of cool, and what Devil's Night is all about. Well, I guess if you go guys search on YouTube, you can actually, there is a documentary on how Halloween started. I don't know if any of it's 100% truth to it or not. Some people say it is, and some people say it does. But there's groups that have biographies on Halloween and myths and legends of it. Same with ODDV. So again, there's another documentary there that you can follow. And that, so where is Buzzsaw? I tell you, on that one. So like I said, he probably did fall asleep from his game yesterday, and that kind of thing, and that. So yeah, like I said, he was tired out, but he couldn't get the game because on live because his actual battery died out, and he didn't take his charger. So again, here's another one. Again, sometimes comes on. And that so again I was going to get somebody from the Optimist Club to tell you a little bit about the Optimist Club as a guest speaker, but I'm gonna say no at this point in time with the Wyerton one. Not just because there is right now there's too much of a big change and takeover, and different people taking over, and the people that I know is no longer running it. So again, there's a new crew, and I don't know them that well, and the new crew, anyways, new executive crew, and with this particular new crew, there is a lot of arrogance with a little bit with the new executive that is not sitting very well with me. So I'm just saying that in kind of in a polite way. So again, that's what I said. So again, we've kind of scratched that idea. Now, if it had been the old people that was running it, still, then we'd have no problem bringing them on, and that kind of thing. So, so technically, we lost the Optimist connection, but we still have Rotary, and that kind of stuff too. So. Like I said, we still have the rotary and that kind of stuff as well. If I can, if my cousin Tammy in Sault Ste. Marie has a live stream, also too, we might bring her on because I haven't heard from her for years. Um, so again, like I said, she's another one that we may have a chat. She may come on, visit and chat on live stream. Since she can't make it into Wyerton, guys, because she's too far out to visit me. So at least maybe bring her in through the little on the live stream. Also, to my cousin Tony in Montreal, Quebec. I don't know if he's into live video streaming or not. Again, I bring him through the little window as well, and I have him on my list, but he's not showing. He's not showing up on my invite list. But he's on my friends list. But I don't think he has live streams, so he'd be a really hard one to connect with. Last time I seen Tony was I was about 3 years of age when I was a little kid. We were kids and that kind of thing. I think he was 12 or something like that. I was about 3. But no, he's in Montreal, Quebec now. But he'd be another one, and that would be good to bring on as a guest speaker on live. He's a quiet type, and he's also the type that it's funny because he has didn't put a picture of himself up on his Facebook profile. He put a picture of a monkey, a monkey. A cartoon card. It was one of those cartoon cards. I guess it looks like it was the back of a deck. I think he took a picture of. I really think he took a picture of the back of a playing card that had like kind of a frame and a gold frame and border around it, and in the middle it had a picture of a monkey. So his pictures of a monkey on his profile. So again, it's so again, he'd be another good one we bring on as a guest onto live stream and that kind of thing as well, to have a bit of a social time with. But I tease him about it too and everything when I do message him, and I'm like there is no pictures of yourself, but. And that kind of thing as well. And I don't want to reload because I'm still talking. But I said but there's a picture of a monkey. Sorry about that. I got to do a fresh stream on the other one, guys. Camera 2, but at least I didn't lose my phone. So that's what I said. I said out of everything, I said it has to be a picture of a monkey. That is just crazy. But so there's some people, some cool people we're kind of connect with in the little window sessions. And again, I gotta go back into here because again my camera cut out on camera 2. And so again, we had to kind of boost up camera 2 again and a little bit, and because I had to reload. And also, too, guys, I was gonna let another friend of mine, Caitlin, to come in for a little window chat as well if she wanted to, because she does live stream as well now and that kind of stuff as well. Again, if she wants to, she can. She doesn't have to. So again, like I said, that there is and that. So again, those are pretty good lineup for guest speakers. And that Jessica, there's Jessica Essential Oils lady. I should be going on about healing essential oils. So I mean, it's of course to it also too. I try not to joke. I do also too. I know it is still a bit of a rough time for her right now, but and that she's slowly coming back around though. So again, it is Unless you guys are into like hippie central oil, healing oils, we got a store for that down the way here too. It took out the old Bible and bookstore. Um, it became one of those organic oil stores for spa oil and healing products. I mean that's and that as well. I tell you, where'd you go, bud? Man, that cat's doing spooky stuff already. And hey Lance, how you doing? And I'll be right back in 1 minute. I gotta go find that cat. I don't know where he went to. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Cause that cat is around here somewhere. Oh, where'd you go, sweet pea? Honey? Oh, he's up the window. Okay, he's up in one of the bedroom windows, and he's ignoring me. That is okay. At least I get some peace and quiet on my live stream today. That is so good. And the wife even decides she's going to take a walk and give me some peace and quiet too now. Wherever she went to, God only knows. So again, there's so those are the lineup we're gonna have for guest speakers. Also, too, we have a wonderful start to our Christmas shows. So again, starting with November 11th, Remembrance Day service. Again, that is a day we set that day aside to honor our war veterans and our fallen veterans and that kind of stuff, and and to honor our troops and that Canadian troops, American troops. And so then after that, guys, the Christmas shows. There he is. After that, our Christmas shows will pick up, and we'll be getting all set and ready for the Wiarton, Ontario, Canada, Santa Claus, South Bruce Peninsula, Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, Santa Claus Parade. So, man, that's a mouthful. Every other community does not have this big of a tongue twister to their name. We do. Because we do sit on, Wiarton does, Sauble Beach is on Lake Huron, and we're close to Sauble Beach. So Wiarton sits on Lake Huron. And, so technically, so yeah, so we're on, so Wiarton, we're on Georgian Bay, but we're also on Lake Huron. So it runs through Georgian Bay. So again on the Canadian South Bruce Peninsula side, and so again, and then we have Michigan, Detroit, across from Tobermory. So like I said, there is. So again, like I said, that's so again, the Santa Claus Parade is going to be in December. Usually the first Sunday in December, it is night parade. It is a 7:00 at night parade. All the floats are done up in Christmas lights. Even the McLaren's pipe band is wraps Christmas lights all around the drums and bagpipes and drums, and they sound really cool. You guys can catch last year's Santa Claus Parade because I just channeled it, and live on my YouTube channel, so you guys can go take a look at that. And same with last year's Remembrance Day Parade. And so again, that's just been channeled up there. And this show, these new shows that I've done so far are going to be channeled up as well. All our guest speakers, guys, that we get are going to be channeled up as well, and also be on Dashboard. You can catch on Dashboard Twitch TV, and that. And so anyhow, I hope everybody has a great day. And this was your Jokers on Duty. Have a